Hi Aries, welcome to my channel. This is Mary Ellen from Moonrise Cottage Soul Tarot, and we're here to look into your life and your soul destiny, your path, your purpose, as well as your love life. So let's jump in. I've pre-shuffled all the decks. A bunch of cards came out. I looked at them and I decided I was going to take them. So let's just jump in. For you, Aries, we have this notion from the journey of love of the pearl threaded. You are literally threaded together with somebody. Those of you who are in a relationship. It is a divine relationship. You are either soulmates or twin flames or quantum activators of some kind. So this may, of course, be about love. It may be about a project that you're working on with somebody. It might have to do with work or somebody in your family. Like all readers say, don't get stuck. Take the wide viewpoint. Don't get stuck on gender. Don't get stuck on astrology that the cards might indicate. Yes, those things might be true, but as you know, often not so much. So we're going to talk about the energy. You're threaded together with the sacred realm and with another human being. And it is bringing forward a soul retrieval for you, Aries. And you do have Chiron in your sign now for quite a long time. So it's not surprising to see that there. And for your partner, we see this notion of vision quest. They are on, or they feel that they are on, a vision quest. It may be very intentional. It may be something coming to them because of the interactions between the two of you. Very interesting, really beautiful. And from the journey of love for your partner, acceptance. Look at that. So this journey that's going on is bringing you into alignment with this person and into the energy of being able to accept each other. And we see this notion here of somebody on their knee, they're holding hands. So maybe some of you are in the process of getting married or getting engaged. And for your partner, first card on top of the deck, the Chariot. Water sign energy, Cancer energy. Moving forward in life in some way toward a destiny that this person desires. It's them driving the Chariot. So they're bringing forward some shift and change when it comes to you. And look, that's the theme. So this is a Celtic Wisdom Tarot deck. That's the theme that my guides want to talk about. That is the Eight of Wands. I love the way it's displayed here. So a huge amount of love and passion and bonding in this relationship. It's about a couple who had a lot of challenges. They weren't able to reach each other. They had to transform and come back together. And when they did that, they were able to literally ascend on the passion of the fire energy that they shared. And they rose up, they stepped into a fireplace in a great hall, rose up through the chimney. And when they got to the top of the chimney, they transformed into swans and they flew away. And swans mate for life. So for some of you, something really beautiful going on in the realm of love. And it may also be you taking up the healing energy of Chiron and bonding together with yourself. Because the very next card that does indicate you in this reading is the augury of knowledge. That's the Ace of Pentacles. And we see this new moon here, and we're coming sailing right into the new moon this weekend in Scorpio. So I love that this is depicted. You see the energy coming through from the new moon. You see that eye of energy, so to speak, transmitting, lighting up the stone of destiny. You're touching it. And the electricity of the moment brings forward a great inspiration right straight out of the universe. And you do become transformed. You turn into a wisdom holder in a sense. And it's the inspiration that comes to you that brings forward transformation. A prophecy about your own life becoming activated and spiritually awakened. It's really beautiful. And truly, for many of you, it does have to do with the love relationship because of the way we see the cards depicted. So on your human day-to-day life, that's the first card. That's the Queen of Cups. Do you see the passion? Look at that. Ooh-wee. For some of you, it's going to be hot, okay? So in this deck, the Queen of Cups sits enthroned in the triple spiral of life, death, decay, rebirth, regeneration. So she's literally utilizing her creative energies. And she's feeling very passionate. Her hand is open. She's ready to receive. So it's very interesting when we sort of contemplate what's going on between the two of you, if this is a love relationship, and the way it's sending both of you into a really deep healing journey. And here the next card is about transformation again. a revelation card. That's the Nine of Pentacles. So we're talking again about wish fulfillment through a great shift and change, a journey that you've been on. You've had the stamina. There again, we see the brilliant sunshine coming across the waters of life. There's the Queen of Cups, and this transformation looks right into her. So something has very deeply stimulated you as an activator and you as someone who is looking into this notion of the way you feel love in this moment clearly for someone or something. That is the warrior of knowledge. So I love that this is here. It's a page card, page of pentacles. So you're definitely wanting to start a new cycle. And within this deck, it's a little bit of a prophecy about some of the challenges that come when you start a new life. It's about a young man who wanted to be betrothed to the princess, and he had to go out into the forest and do battle with a wild boar in order to bring back some of the princess's hair combs and things that somehow this got tangled up in the mane of this wild boar. So you may find some great challenges, and there's a lot of bravery in this card. This young man is successful, but he has to use his wits, and he has to be able to be willing to face the challenges. So clearly there are going to be some challenges that you're going to have to live through and use your wits and your valor, in a sense, to overcome them so that you can be with this person, whoever it is. Look. So rest assured that success is available to you. That is the Three of Wands. Look at the way it's displayed here. All these notions about love. So for some of you, definitely a beautiful love relationship, the pearl threaded together, causing a soul retrieval. So we see this couple standing on the shore, getting ready for a new journey in the full lion-heartedness, right, of the love bond. They are newly bonded, and I love the way they look at each other. We see the cups. We can't see what's in them. It is a new journey. Things are yet to be discovered. So I think, as in many relationships, you come through a journey, and you may have to overcome some obstacles within yourself while you're doing this transformation so that you can make yourself available. I think it's talking about the soul retrieval, okay? Because you are threaded and you want success in this love relationship. That's the Hierophant. Look at that. It is the rememberer of sacred lore, the high priest, right? So it's about the energy that you share and stimulating the factors of the energy and taking this quest that you're on with this love partner and with yourself while you're experiencing your healing in a very sacred way. It's on the spiritual line of your reading, right above this couple. So some of you clearly, in a sense, we could say you're headed for marriage. That's part of what it indicates, but I shouldn't have fussed with it. But because it's on the line of your soul journey, it really has to do with the way your soul is moving through its own circuit and its destiny and wanting the highest order of love that is available to you, and you're willing to go through whatever it takes. It's a beautiful message. So let's get a couple more cards, finish this reading, and we're going to jump into your partner and see what's going on there. Okay, look. Absolutely. That's the Fool card. You're jumping off a cliff for this person, some of you. In this deck, it's about a Kundalini awakening and going through the portal out into the sacred realm to turn your destiny and to collect your healing. Absolutely beautiful. And a perfect depiction of what it means to be the Fool and to jump off a cliff for a soul journey inside of a spiritual intention because of the energy that is coming through to you with this bond. It's really beautiful. So let's get a couple more cards. Spirit, tell us a little more, please, about beautiful Aries and their love bond, their partner, bringing forward the soul retrieval, somebody that they're threaded together with very deeply on a soul level. And it is causing you to have a soul retrieval. I think that's what this is about, in a sense. It may be some challenges within the relationship in order to bring the bond forward because you're going through this activation. Right, and there's a lot of inspiration, and it causes you to move forward. I really like it. It's quite lovely. Let's see. Yeah, look. That's the Emperor. Look at that. So this is about coming into a strategy. In this deck, it's called the Keeper of Harmony. So sacred male energy. creating and utilizing a sacred strategy in order to bring harmony and be the keeper of harmony within your own life on a spiritual level, and clearly within this relationship, whoever this person is that's got you all fired up. And you're feeling like that is some of you are feeling as though you've met your life mate, okay? Yeah, look, that's the Four of Wands, gang, okay? So again, in this deck, fours are all about being restive in a sense. So there you are dreaming about love. You got the blue shoes on. Your walk has been transformed. You're dressed in your passion. And you see she's got the sacred vessel of love. It's filled with water. She sits in front of the water element. She can refill that vessel anytime she wants. So there you're sitting there daydreaming. I think this person has you daydreaming. And that feeling of just a beautiful summer day, flowers in your hair. And some of you are going through this process of recalling the journey that you've been on that brought you into this tent of celebration, and wanting to really be able to master all that has come before, the light and the shadow side of your nature, and to be able to celebrate yourself and clearly this bond. Some of you clearly getting engaged or married with this person. Some of you will know about it now and some of you will not. And because we're coming into the Scorpio new moon, you're going deep and you're being activated. So let's find out what your partner's doing. Let's see look, Temperance. So your energy definitely being blended together, in a very sacred union, okay? One foot on the firmament, one foot in the sacred waters, in order to bring this temperance. So you're moving in to that point, or your partner moving in to this temperance shift and change, their own vision quest. You see what's behind the King of Cups? The vision quest and the acceptance. It's beautiful. So this person has no doubts about you. They look directly into this partnership and they are absolutely willing and able to move it forward. And they too, really interesting. That's the Four of Pentacles again. It's this card. So some challenge, something has to be released. That's why you're both going on a vision quest. In order to come into this moment of acceptance, see that? So, as in any new relationship, there are adjustments that have to happen. And especially if you're each on your own journey, and it is the journey that you're on that brings you into alignment with this other person, or you suddenly see them or meet them, there might be a little bit of moment of, oh my gosh, I didn't expect this. What is it that I want? And how do I make the change, go through the temperance to move myself forward because I know that I want this person? It's that kind of a notion. And look, the Fool card. I love it. And that's the Fool card right there. So you're both going forward into a really amazing love journey, many of you. And it is going to have some challenges. That's why temperance is here. And that's why we see the things that are here on this side of the journey when it has to do with the way the love comes forward and the willingness that you have to go on this journey where there are some unknowns. And that's what brings a little bit of pause, maybe a little bit of fear, maybe a little bit of, I'm not sure I'm ready. So my guys are talking about the internal and the external factors. Trust in the temperance of the moment. Your lover is going to jump off a cliff. They know it's changing their life. Absolutely, completely and truly, utterly changed. And when they come through the temperance and the change and they take this leap, then they're going to really be able to say, okay, let's do it. Let's build something solid. I'm all in for a new life. And thank you for being loving and gentle and supportive while I go through my shift and change. And here's the last card. Six of Wands. Victory in love, victory in life, pure intentions, celebration. So it may be that when this cycle completes and you actually bond yourselves together, there's going to be a lot of celebration within your family, within your social construct, my guides are saying. Because I think the people around you are feeling the energy and seeing what happens when the two of you get together. Okay, my guides were talking about, you might meet somebody at some kind of a workshop or a lecture or something that has to do with these topics. And there you find each other And, the Shazam moment happens, and then you have to go through the internal shift and change in order to bring forward the bond and solidify it and feel stable. And that's what you both need. You need just to make sure you feel stable and go finish your own cycle so that you can jump the cliff and go right into this love. And you're both doing it. So that's good. So love and support each other. Give each other time and space when you need it. And just trust that the universe is totally in your corner. That is the room, literally, for sacred initiation. Let's put it right there, okay? So that's about daylight. It's about breakthrough. It's about being a sacred initiate. My guides are telling me, put it right there. That's where it really belongs. It's the journey that brings you to this beautiful initiation and into the fullness of yourself and the fullness of the relationship so that you can celebrate the shift and change and the connection. So perhaps this is something that you were not anticipating, but all of a sudden, there it is. And it causes a moment. You have a moment, and you each have to go through some temperance, some healing, some shift and change. But you both know. See how this is aligned with this? And the Fool card? The Fool card looking into the King of Cups. So on some level, you have no doubt. And then you take a deep breath, and you may say to each other, all right, let's slow down. Let's just take a breath. Whew, I have to make sure I'm fully ready. But deep down, you both know. So that's the scoop for you, Aries. I think that's a beautiful story for this week as we go into this gorgeous Scorpio new moon, going into the deep, exploring things that have to do with passion and love and deep spiritual knowledge. That's the Scorpio energy. So clearly for you on this Scorpio new moon, a new pathway coming forward out of deep inspiration and activation because of the presence of your own soul retrieval, but you're threaded together with somebody. So have a wonderful week. Leave me some comments. As always, I ask people to click the like button, and if you're new, subscribe and click the bell so you get the notices. As many of you know, I'm off on my own spiritual journey. I like this. I'm an Aries rising. So for me, this has everything to do with my life and my internal process. So I have jumped off a cliff, and I am asking folks for donations and financial support. My intention is to travel around the world for a year and bring forward the shamanic healing and the transformation that can come through me as a sacred conduit to those folks who cannot get to Moonrise Cottage. So great journey coming forward. Definitely some challenges for me as I'm leaping in. So if you feel so inclined and you choose to make a donation, anything that you donate will be applied toward a reading or a distance healing or a shamanic retreat or any of the services that I offer. So thank you in advance for those that you feel able to support the work that I'm doing, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks, everybody.